So there's this big streamer named Sykkuno, and not too long ago, he found himself in one of the most explosive scandals in recent memory. For the employed, he's known for his shy, innocent, pre-glow-up anime protagonist persona that he puts on.
Wait, you're actually so much braver than I thought.
Only because you're here.
But just a couple of months ago, he was exposed with a 30-page Google Doc. People discovered that he had a longtime girlfriend of 5 years that he kept secret. Even his closest friends had no idea that he was in a relationship. But the most shocking part was that it turns out Sykkuno was cheating on that girl with several women, some of them being younger up-and-coming streamers. It got so bad that people were falsely throwing around the claim that he was a predator. He ended up posting an apology letter on Twitter. And I think it starts out pretty standard. I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed. Most of all to my girlfriend. I'm so sorry I put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to the people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all the people that I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. However, I have seen false accusations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that the people making these claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better and I wish them the best. It's really that last part there that is a bit problematic when it comes to an apology. If you're trying to make a sincere apology, you kind of do yourself a disservice and you dismantle all of the work that you did in that apology when you add in a but or a however. Because you're trying to take accountability, you're trying to recognize that you hurt people. But when you add but, I know the intention is to clear the misinformation, but unfortunately, that's just not what the outcome is going to be. Because the way that it comes off is that you're kind of giving yourself an excuse for why you did something. And that really dilutes the strength of the apology. Because then that starts to compete with the authenticity of everything that you said prior. And that's the thing, because it's really hard to do. Because usually when things get really messy, there's always going to be a piece of information. There's always going to be something that happens that you feel like you need to set the record straight on. Because even if you did the wrong thing, you feel like you're backed in a corner and your emotions are high too. And you can't help but get defensive. But the solution, honestly, is just to exclude it. You kind of have to think about what the purpose of this message was supposed to be. You wanted to come forward. You wanted to recognize the hurt that you caused, which is great. You wanted to take accountability, and then you wanted to apologize. If that was the goal of this message, saying a however, there are things that you guys got wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, because I also believe that calling him a predator is just straight up wrong. That's what I firmly believe. But even if that is the case, I don't think a public formal apology or even a private apology is the time to air those things out. That is the time to just fully say, I fucked up, I apologize, I recognize the hurt that I caused everyone, and I'm committed to trying to improve myself so I never hurt people again like this. Don't water it down by trying to defend yourself. There's a different time and place for that. And one thing that I'll say about this situation is hopefully the lesson is clear for everyone. The best approach is always going to be authenticity. Because, maybe there was a reason why Sykkuno felt like he had to put up a facade, a persona. The same reason that everyone else would do that. Because they want people to like them. They want people to love them. You essentially have two choices in that situation. You put in the effort to really create this outward fake personality that people start to fall in love with, or you can channel that effort into actually becoming the person that people love and people are attracted to. And if you go down the path of putting up the fake persona, think about it. You have to put up that fake persona for the rest of your life. At that point, you might as well try to be a good person. Look inwardly. Ask yourself, what are the parts of myself that I wish I could change? What are the parts of myself that I'm even ashamed of? What are the parts of myself that I don't want to reveal to people? And some of those things are rooted in trauma, and it's really understandable that it's hard to change those things. But between the two options of faking it and trying to work on those parts of yourself, I want to assure you, working on yourself and improving yourself, improving your character is going to be the path that leads you to much healthier relationships, less conflict, and honestly just a happier life. And if you don't know where to start, ask yourself, what kind of person are you attracted to? And I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about their character. their inner qualities. For me, when I was younger, and even now, I take mental note. Oh, this person treats everyone the same, no matter what their status, no matter what they look like. He treats everyone the same. And I'd really admire that about a friend of mine. That's something that I'll take and say, I wish I was more like that. Let me try to be like that. This person is really in tune with his emotions and he's able to communicate that well. I love that part about him or her. Let me take some of that too. Because the best way to attract a person, then that's not just romantically, that's also platonically, that's also professionally, is to embody the characteristics that those people are attracted to. It sounds kind of simple, but you just have to think about the types of people that you want to attract and what do those people care about when it comes to their relationships, when it comes to their friendships. And hopefully that'll give you some sort of idea on which path that you should take. I hope that was useful to some of y'all. If you learned something, be sure to hit that subscribe button and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.